up, you guys? This is Rob from Guy Plays, and today on the yet-to-be-named Riven series, we're going to be taking things just a little bit slow. I mean, to be 100% honest with you, the event of this weekend has totally wiped me out. We tried a few different metas, and at the end of it, we were all really tired and kind of tilting. There were people up that were like at 5 in the morning, and it just all kind of went downhill. So, not quite at the point spread that I want to be at, but I'm still very determined. We've made some progress, but not all the way that I wanted to, so I was like, alright, what can I do that is going to be kind of like not the most stressful in my soul? And I figured what we could do is somebody actually donated this amazing Pox Ribbon to me, and I wanted to see if we could reroll it into something that I absolutely love. Now, as you guys already know, I love the shit out of the Pox. The Pox is like one of my favorite secondaries ever, so I kind of wanted to see if there was something that I could make better from it. And you know what, while we're on the kind of trail of secondaries, I thought that maybe we could see if we can get a better reroll on the Axe Stiletto, but we're going to focus on the Pox first. And I don't have that much Kuva to burn. I think I only have 106,000. So we'll see how far we can get with this one, but first things first, let's take a look at what we can replace, because remember, we have that whole mentality about kind of replacing something that's already currently in the build with something better, and that's what I want to do with the Pox, because I feel like my Pox build is already a little bit tight. But as you can see, it's not too bad as it is already. It's got multi-shot fire rate, it's just got negative damage to Grineer. So let's take a look at what we got. As you guys know, I can never find anything, and I refuse to use the bar, because my man pride says no, you are not allowed. Let's take a look at this. Alright, so really what we're looking at right now is we've got 90% status. We could do... It's really weird because I feel like we actually have some space to work with here. We could do status, multi-shot, something that gives us maybe... a really status multi-shot base damage, maybe even an elemental. There's a lot that we could do actually, because this build is pretty, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's pretty fucking open. I mean, it's already got 90% status on it as it is, so I mean, we could push it to 100% if we really feel like that determined. Wow, I didn't realize that my Pox build actually had that kind of flexibility. Okay. We got it. We got that in. Let's go ahead and start rolling. I'm excited. I know. Sometimes when you guys like hand me ribbons, I'm like, oh, that's nice. But this one, I was like, I really want a Pox ribbon, you guys. And somebody came out the cuts with a Pox ribbon. Actually, let's go ahead and level this up because I'm definitely going to be using this. Let's start fusing into it. Let's get it ranked up all the way so that we can see all the beautiful wonderfulness that's going on with it. How much endo do I have? Only 42. Okay, I think it takes like 44 to max out a primed mod, and I kind of like having that available just in case something happens. I have Itan sculptures out the ass though, so I should be okay. So right now we're sitting at 119.4 multi-shot, which is actually pretty fucking fantastic. The fire rate on that is really good too. Actually, you know what? That could be a really hefty replacement for Lethal Torrent. Not that you would want to replace Lethal Torrent, but I'm just saying, you know, if our build were like that, we could do that. But let's see if we can get something better. This is actually really good already, so this is like almost like a better than the best series. So I want multi-shot. I would really like multi-shot. Ooh, flight speed is kind of nice too. Unfortunately, that was negative flight speed, so that's not what we're looking for. I'm looking at this mod more and more though. I'm like, oh, do I really want to give this up? This is a pretty fucking good mod. I don't know. It's feeling kind of sexy, and I don't know if we'll get anything as good. We have status duration, which is actually not terrible for this. But multi-shot fire rate is still fucking better. Like the more that I look at this, I'm like, shit. I don't think I want to do anything to this. Let's just let's roll it to 10 though. Let's roll it to 10 and see what happens, because as it stands, I don't know if we could get better than this now that I look at it. Because I was thinking about it like where it would fit in the build. Ooh, the build's gonna be really tight, but it's really not. It's really flexible, and that's, you know, that's just another thing to love about the Pox, is that you've got that flexibility. But let's take a look. Critical chance, no, it's got like no crits on it whatsoever. But because I'm thinking in my head right now, I'm like, well, I could conserve all of this Kuva and use it. I mean, 200% damage is not. Oh, Oh, shit. Okay, here's the thing that I like about the multi-shot better. And I know that we were talking about this before, but one of the things that I love about the Pox is because of the fact that it is such a status-heavy weapon. I know I'm gonna get shit for this. I already can feel it in my bones. I'm gonna get shit for this. And the ammo max, actually, ammo maximum is pretty big for this weapon because it does not have a really big max ammo pool. So, okay, my issue with this is, the Pox is fantastic at dealing damage and it's fantastic at applying status, but it's really, what I really like it for is for kind of like more, like, how do I put this? Like more end game specific things, like when you need to strip armor off of enemies fast, and the multi-shot helps. The multi-shot and fire rate is actually what puts it above things like I feel like the Torrid. I feel like the Torrid's just fucking slow and it is just not all that great. So even though it is 208% damage, remember I talk about the spirit of the weapon. The spirit of the weapon, and for me the spirit of the weapon is to be something that, you know, tosses a bunch of projectiles out at the same time, has a lot of status chance, and really helps either control the enemy or to take them down. So 208% damage is fantastic. It is fantastic. However, we're gonna stick with the multi-shot and the fire rate. I can already feel people at home cringing. Too bad. Plus, I've taken a lot of like plus damage before too, and it's just not that all that amazing. This is a really good Bane mod though. Oh wait, I thought that was no, it's late. For a second, I don't know why, but I read that as damage to Grenier. And that's not even remotely close to what that says, but I was like, damage to Corpus, that's a damage to Grenier, that's fantastic. That's a pretty good Bane mod, that's damage to everything. Unfortunately, it's not. My brain is just a little bit slow at this time of night. Critical chance, cold damage, 96.5 damage. No, like, now the RNG gods are angry at me. We gave you 200% damage and this is what you do to us? You just turn us down like this? And actually, we got absolutely zero fucking good rolls on this one. We're gonna take one more to make it 10, and we're gonna call it a day on this one. And then we're just gonna... Oh, negative 44% status duration. I broke for a second. I had a moment where I was like, 95.8% status chance, 243.6% damage. I was like, yes. And then I was like, no. I know, I'm gonna give another pass. I know that you guys are gonna like yell at me and scream at me. But the multi-shot and the fire rate really, but the status duration absolutely kills it. The status duration, like, honestly, if that status duration was not there and we had maybe a little bit less damage, I might have taken it over the multi-shot and the fire rate one. But unfortunately the negative status duration just really puts me off of it because that's the whole point. That's the whole spirit of the Pox. Let's do lucky 11. How much do I have left? Let's see. I have 82. Oh yeah, we can roll a little bit more. We can roll just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. I don't think I'll go all the way to 15, but 8 speed, damage to Corpus. No, RNGesus is really pissed at me now. He's very angry. I can feel it in my bones. I'm willing to go down to 50k. 50k including the Axoletto. No, that's not good. For a second I got really excited, because the 19.4% damage to Grenier is really not that big a deal to me, especially when you're getting 119.4% multi-shot. That doesn't hurt it too much for me. That's actually a really low damage number. Maybe we will roll it to 15. Let's see what happens. Critical chance. Oh, they hate me. RNGesus is not happy with me right now. And I'm really wondering what we're going to see with the Axolettos, because critical damage, toxin. Ooh, he hates me real bad. Oh no. Oh my god. The spirit of the weapon. The spirit of the weapon fucking hates my soul right now. Alright, so we spent a shit ton of Kuba to achieve nothing. per usual, this isn't the first time that this has happened, but let's go ahead and take a look at the Axoletto. Now, these are decent stats for the Axoletto, critical chance and critical damage. However, my build is extremely tight for it. As you guys know, I use ammo mutation. I don't want to hear a damn thing about the goddamn carrier, because I will not touch that piece of trash. Trash. I like my Kavats a little better. By the way, say hi to my co-host. I think we've got maybe at 6k. I think maybe we've got like 3 rolls on this, and then we'll see what happens. Do something good. Damage to corpus. That's like really. Here's the thing. With the faint ones, I feel really shitty because the bonuses that you get from them are so low that it sometimes doesn't even feel worth it. And like this, for a fully ranked mod, 16% damage to corpus, electricity, 33% damage to electricity, and damage infested. It just feels super wimpy. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That's kind of how I feel with a lot of mods that are faint. Like, a lot of faint mods to me, I'm like, are you even worth it? Like, I don't know. Like, look at this. It's really puny. Like, status, chance, damage to Grenier. I mean, that damage to Grenier isn't terrible. It's not terrible, because that's like 20% more than you realize, but you've got your negative reload speed, and you've got shitty things like zoom. So, we're gonna make this one legal, and we're gonna call it a night, and see exactly what goes on. Then we're gonna go ahead and take the pucks into the... Would I use this? That's the question, is would I use this? I don't think I have room. I like the punch through, and I like the status chance because that really helps kind of push this a little bit further into the armor stripping zone. But I don't think that I have a spot in my build open for this. The only thing that I really have a spot is if I can get a better lethal torrent, or if I can get a better primed, either of the primed crit mods or primed crit damage mods. I think I would still take this. I think I would still take this over that. You're legal now, and we have made 0 headspace, but let's go ahead and try out. Let's go ahead. We've got one more. We've got one more roll on you. Let's do one more roll. Let's just see. Let's just see. Here, let's take a look at the build real fast. Take a look at the build real fast, and we'll see exactly how it feels. Because personally, I don't feel like there's anything we would have to get like maybe just one good. See, we need something better than an 187% critical chance, critical damage. We'd have to get one better than 120 multi-shot, or better than fire rate multi-shot. Because these or possibly a status elemental, something along those lines. Because I feel like it's functioning really well as it is, or a better lethal torrent. That's what we need. Is we need upgrades for those mods, not necessarily just a random mod with random good stats. Because the build is already good, we're just trying to make the current build better. Alright, we got one more roll on you. You're turning 19. You're now in college. Give me something good. We got nothing. We got nothing. +2. See, look at this. This on its own, 52.3 toxin and 46.8 fire rate, is just kind of measly. It's not bad, but it's kind of measly. And then we get the plus 21.4 weapon recoil. It's just like a slap in the face. Let me go ahead. We'll go ahead and zoom out into the future, and we'll grab the pox, and we'll go ahead and bring it into the... Oh, I might have to level this. Oh, I didn't realize I was going to have to do work for this episode. Alright, so after a little bit of leveling, we are back, and I want to go ahead and show you the original build versus the newer build. So as you can see right here, I've actually had to kind of move a couple things around from what you saw earlier, but we were using that. We are at 90% status right now, 3.8 corrosive, 1.8 heat. So we're gonna remind you of exactly how it felt before. We are testing this on a corrupted bombard as to not give the elemental advantage. We want to just see how this works at just stripping them. Just getting them nice and stripped. See, that was quick. That was very quick. As you can see, I've actually stopped throwing. I haven't thrown any more at them, but that was pretty fucking fast. Let's do another one real fast, just to see how it works if I'm just going full throttle and I'm just kind of throwing all of them in there. As we know, the mod that we actually got was basically another like lethal torrent. It's like faster fire rate and multi-shot. So we'll see exactly how it feels. I just feel like is it me? I just feel like I'm like lobbing hearts at this guy. Oh, I'm supposed to keep throwing. Either way, it was pretty fast. It feels, for some reason, it feels a little bit slower than it normally did. But let's go ahead and toss that Riven in now. So we've actually got to take the Convulsion out. We're gonna move that Jolt down. We're gonna move the Pox up here. So as we can see, we are at 3.9. So we actually got a little bit of a boost, like a 100-point boost to our Corrosive, and we got a major boost when it came to our Heat, which is at 2.6 now. We also got a 96.2% status chance and a 4.93% fire rate. So that's gonna be a nice. It's gonna be a nice speedy fire rate. The only thing that I am worried about is that Corrosive and Heat have honestly kind of like bridged the gap. They're getting a little close to each other, and as you know, status, what status is applied is usually affected by the percentages of damage types. So I'm like, ooh, we're probably gonna get more fire than we were before. So I don't know if we're gonna get as much stripping. Oh, that feels a lot nicer. Oh, that was quick. Oh, okay. Well, that was very good. Let's just leave it at that. That was quite nice. That was definitely an improvement, and you could feel it. Even though we probably did get more fire, it still stripped really quickly. Let's just do that one more time, because that felt very good to me. My soul was very happy with that. A 145 basically downed in a matter of like, I mean, I could probably leave it there. I'd probably just leave it there and just let that do its, oh, how glorious. How glorious. Okay, so that Pox, oh, let's do one to a Grenier. Let's do one to a Grenier, because here's the thing. We were supposed to, you know, we do have a negative damage percent to Grenier. I don't think it's really gonna matter all that much, but you know what? We gotta try everything out. Is it just Bombard? I think it's just Bombard. There you go. Let's try ourselves just one single Bombard. We do have a negative damage multiplier to Grenier, so I think it's negative 19%. But let's see how this stacks up, just in case. You know, okay. Well, its armor is gone in like a second. I did stop throwing. But that was quite nice. Admittedly, that was definitely quite nice. Alright, so I'm gonna take that as a motherfucking net positive. Thank you for joining me for a little bit more of a relaxed version of the yet to be named Riven series. I will see you guys next time, and as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch yo body. I will look at him doing all his juggles. It's nice. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.